It reminded me of, I was reading this book about the Vanderbilts and how they turned what was it, the breakers into like a working museum, even as the family was living there, right?
Oh,
Because the income tax, it just totally it decimated all of the Vanderbilt's wealth, but they still had the properties. So that's what
right.
that reminded me of.
Well, and they also do that like in England where their income tax rates are very high, is my understanding, and they have all these old estates, but they don't have, the family no longer has the cash flow to support that
Mhm.
estate. And so they've turned a lot of those places into basically museums, and the family's still living there. So you see that a lot in England too.
Mhm.
So, this is not a question that I'd anticipated, but it fascinates me. Usually, when you hear a reference to someone being the editor of the law journal, it's because they're at a strata of their class of law school that is very high. And what I have always envisioned is that they end up writing a lot for the law journal. But you just changed my mind on that you are running an operation with that law journal. Is that a correct observation now?
Well, that was my third year job. In order to join the law journal, you join as a second year, at least our journal. You join as a second year, and you either are invited because you have good grades or you won a writing competition. And I got on by winning the writing competition. And as a second year, you are writing and editing. So I did write a piece that was published in my law journal. And then as a third year, you become an editor, and you can be either you know, the kind of editor who works with the author and develops the content, or like in my case, I was the one who cracked the whip over everybody.
Ryan, I didn't mean to hijack you there.
Oh no, next we're going to talk about the kinds of trusts, right? I've read about dynasty trusts, which I didn't. Sounds really cool. Sounds like political families and stuff like that. What are the different kinds of trusts?
There are kind of all kinds of trusts. You can
Yeah.
do lots of different things. One big distinction is irrevocable versus revocable.
Sure.
So the revocable trust is one that we're probably all familiar with. That's the basic estate planning trust, meaning, it taking the place of a will.